We have a live picture now, Chopper 6 over Avalon, New Jersey. And again, you can see roads that have been ripped to shreds. The storm is still sending a surge of some water against the rock pilings there, but we are touring the damage all along the coastline of New Jersey. This is the same thing Governor Chris Christie's been doing all day long. We'll be hearing from him a bit later in the afternoon, but we wanted to show you as we come across these pictures of roads that had been passable until about 5 or 6 hours ago, maybe 12 hours ago. Now they have been ripped so badly they'll have to be completely reconstructed, and we'll be going up and down as our chopper widens out to show you more of the damage to see what else they have to deal with now.
We're told a number of these roads will be closed indefinitely, and you can see why. We're also told there's a number of docks that have been damaged as well in this area of Avalon. As Chopper 6 pulls out, we'll just show you the extension of the damage here. Avalon, New Jersey, certainly one of many coastal towns where people were asked to evacuate, and we're told most of the residents here and homeowners followed that call, but as they get a closer look at what the sunrise brought, the damage left behind by Hurricane Sandy here.
It even seemed to move Governor Christie, who had been apprised by the best experts in the industry of what to expect, and he had been sending those warning signals in a loud, clear voice all day yesterday. But once he heard of the actual damage and how some homes were picked up off their foundations and ripped out and thrown onto highways, the New Jersey Turnpike specifically for a couple of the houses, and other rail cars that were thrown around as if they were children's toys, even he was humbled by the brutal force of Mother Nature. And now you're looking at, again, next door to some of the homes, these appear to be some fences and maybe a garbage container there. They have been ripped to shreds. The front of these homes have suffered some damage. Hard to tell the complete total loss from the air, but you can just get a sense that really very few places were spared, at least right along the coastline and along the bayfronts. But it went much deeper, much further than even Governor Christie could have envisioned in his worst nightmare.
And once again, residents are being asked not to return right away to survey the damage. I'm sure many of them are anxious to, but to wait perhaps tomorrow or the day after before returning to these areas to survey the damage and allow the governor and other New Jersey officials to get a closer look and reassess exactly what it's going to take to rebuild these areas along the Jersey shore.
You're looking at stone walkways that have been ripped apart. You're looking at people, used to be perhaps a yard and steps leading up to a front porch with a railing, now a shambles. People who will have cleanup upon cleanup because you can't even see what's under here, and what maybe had been damaged initially at the beginning of the storm, and then after the eye passed, the second wave of rain and wind and damage from sand has caused layer upon layer. So even the people riding by today trying to assess for the mayors and the governors to tell them approximately what they're looking at can only get a bird's eye view, much as you're getting, of the top level. And God only knows what's underneath 1 or 2 feet of this debris that you're looking at. It's a debris field that really boggles the mind.
You can look at the roadways and see how flood damaged they are, as well as, again, the homes, the front of the homes that will continue to show the aftermath of Sandy. And again, it's such a good thing that no one was here at the time. Everyone evacuated. No injuries, which is always the good news, but plenty of damage, plenty of flood damage and beach erosion here to Avalon, New Jersey.
Taking in tight now on another home that had, again, the railings of the porches, the fencing around the home, and you can only imagine that some of the water has unfortunately probably rushed into many of these homes that are right on the edge of the water, be it the bay or the ocean, and you can see that there's just damage to the road, damage to the infrastructure of all of these little towns. It will cause havoc with their budgets. They will be getting some federal assistance, some state assistance, but it will take a long time. Even looking at the rooftop here of the neighboring home, it looks like much of the roof may have been damaged or in part ripped away. So from top to bottom, people will be assessing every level and layer of their homes and hoping that they might have been spared or at least only gotten a little bit of the damage, but so many people will be put in the heavily damaged category, unfortunately.